All right, let's do number third one. Hello again, this is Bob Morin.
And Mary Ann Morin.
And this is the More Stuff Show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hello again. You know, we do 3 shows in a row. Of course you know. But I know, they know. Because we have an hour tape, and I try to put 3 shows on the 1 hour, and then use just the 1 show a week. That way we only have to shoot every 3 weeks.
And it's going to be a busy season now, so we wanted to do them today.
Right.
All right.
Now, I don't want to talk about anything we talked about last week.
Oh, don't do that. No. We should be able to remember.
That was just 5 minutes ago.
It should come to us.
Gotta unwind.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What's been a while?
The weather, the season, everything going by. It's been a while of darkness. Now we need to come out of it. What do I mean by that?
Let's skip that. Let's pretend you didn't say anything. Oh boy.
You want to start again?
No.
Oh.
This is good enough. Use up tape and time to rewind everything and start over again. People pay attention, right? Because this is real. They got to know that we make mistakes and we're clumsy, and we don't care if we make mistakes. Because people are people. We're people. And that's the way it is. And I think that's good modeling, I think. Because a lot of people are worried about being the right person, doing the right thing. Just be who you are. People will love you for who you are. You don't have to perform or pretend you're something that you're not. I don't want to pretend that I am an expert video guy and that I have a great vocabulary and I'm organized in my thoughts and planning. Because you'd know right away.
Well, we have the war going on, and we have people losing their jobs, and we have the holiday season, and we have people
Well, what's worse?
Feeling blue.
What's worse? People feel bad during the holiday season, don't they?
Some people.
That's the highest rate of suicide.
Why? Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Because they're not as happy as they think they're supposed to be.
Right. They see happiness on TV.
I'm supposed to be happy.
And
What's
they
the
don't know
matter?
that. Right.
I'm not happy enough as I should be.
Right.
I used to think that way too. Now Christmas comes, Thanksgiving comes, my birthday comes. I don't expect anything.
Neither do I.
And that's so much better. Not to say, I hope this happens, I hope that happens. Whatever happens, happens.
Well, we were having this discussion. I teach school. And
You do?
I had a class of like 10 boys, all boys. And then we were talking about what they do with their feelings when they're really down and blue and sad. What do you do?
What do you do when you're sad?
Yeah. So what you do is you think about friends, you think about good things, you think about things
Whistle
of the
a
past.
happy tune.
Something you flood your mind with good things. And then you get yourself, first remove yourself from the blueness and the sadness mentally.
Yeah.
And then get on another track.
Yeah.
You know what they said they do?
What?
They punch people.
Punch people.
They kick people. They
Kick
hit
people.
They get mad. They
Act
shout
out
and
your
scream.
frustration. Yes.
So we read this story where the character in the story was needing to get better from being blue, and that's what the character in the story did. Flooded mind with love, and then
that's hard to do.
Change the track and then get better.
Yeah, feelings are hard to understand as you're growing up.
No,
Because you think the
exactly.
feelings just happen and that's the way they are, and they have to be exercised. They just have to be, that you really have no control over feelings. That's how we think about them. If you think of the dynamics of maturing, but with maturing comes the idea that your feelings can be controlled. You can decide to control your feelings.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I think more. I think more than that, your feelings can kill you.
Yeah.
Your feelings can keep you alive.
Now it's tricky. We need feelings because feelings are what make us different from machines.
Mm.
Our feelings are what make us humans. So you can't take feelings away from people because then you're taking their humanity away. You don't want automatons. You don't want very polite robots.
But you are the master.
You have to be the master of it. So the
feelings.
intellect, oh boy,
Well,
the intellect is in charge. But again, suppressed feelings. You have to manage your feelings so that they're satisfied in an appropriate way. To be diffused, to be manipulated, you manipulate your feelings. You say, I've been terribly hurt by somebody. And you're right, you're absolutely right. They did hurt you. There's no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. I know, they did hurt you. You're right. But now you're angry. Okay, you're angry. Now do you go kill them?
Or beat them up or whatever.
You don't kill them. But you still have to, you've got a problem. They've done an injustice to you. Now you've got to handle that. You've got to figure a way out with your intellect how to make yourself better. They put the anger in a proper perspective. How badly did they hurt you? Did they kill you? No, they didn't kill you. Did they cripple you for the rest of your life? No. Did they cripple you for 10 years? No. Well, then it's not really, already it's not as bad as you thought it was because you're still alive, you're still breathing, you're just hurt. Well, you're going to be hurt for a year. Now I'll get over it for a year. Well, you see how you begin, if you intellectualize your feeling, you say, well, how bad is that hurt? It didn't kill you and it's not going to bother you for a year. Is it going to bother you for 8 months? I mean, are you going to stay in your house brooding for 8 months?
How long
So you say, well, no, I'm not, And then finally you say, well, I'll probably get over it in a couple hours.
So the first thing you have to do, if I hear you right,
Yes.
is to recognize that you have some feelings going on.
Yeah, they hurt me, and I really do feel hurt.
And
yes,
then
it's true.
you have to judge whether it's worth your time. No, even before that.
Well, a lot of things. You gotta, you as your intellect develops, you say, was that an idiot who I'm never going to see again? If it's an idiot you're never going to see again, forget about him. Don't kill him.
Suppose you just wake up with a general, you're blue. You're sad. There is no reason or cause.
Well, no, there is a reason.
There is a reason or cause.
Feelings just don't pop up. They come with our wants. And our needs sometimes, mostly our wants and our hurt. We want love. So it's all, feelings are real. They're part of us. And they should not be taken away. They should not be killed. Our feelings should not be killed. But they should be integrated into a mature person who we are. We need to know how to love. We need to know how to be afraid. It's a life-saving thing. And we need to know how to fight sometimes. How to protect yourself against cruel people.
And how to fight your feelings is another thing.
Yes.
So that's what I was trying to talk about with these boys.
Yes.
Because you don't just punch other people.
No.
I'm sure if they punched other people, they would walk away feeling better. I think they probably got it out of their system.
Well, I don't know about that. That idea of get the doll out and punch the doll.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That theory, by the way, is bogus. It's been debunked maybe 15 years ago. Because all that does is encourage violence.
More and more.
It encourages.
Different
You take the
bad
doll,
feelings.
punch the doll, there, take that, and that's supposed to vent your anger. No, what it does is it encourages it. That's how you don't do that. You don't take this big doll thing out, and they used to have kids do that. Punch the doll.
Yep.
No, don't take the doll out or go kick the dog or something. Don't do that, because that's not an outlet for anger. Outlet for anger is to intellectualize and say, if that guy's an idiot, I'm never going to see him again, or if he's going to only be here for a short time and he's gone, I'm going to ignore him. Or something like, or understand that maybe he's got a problem. Maybe his dog got run over by a car yesterday, so that's why he was mad or something.
Well, you're talking about reasoning
Yes.
your way through something.
Yes.
And I was talking about what I told the boys was, I woke up one morning really blue and sad.
Okay.
So I took out a DVD from my childhood days, a music. And I put the DVD on and I watched it and listened to it. And pretty soon all my thoughts went from the blue feeling to the snappy
Okay.
1950s music feeling. And that music back then in the 50s made me feel a certain sense of joy and happiness. And seeing all the old characters that I used to be familiar with in my youth and good days.
All right,
So that good feeling replaced those other feelings, just disappeared. And I had to feel, because I put the new thing in my mind.
All right.
The new thought, the light, the bright. Some people think of God.
Focus on something else.
Just get off it. Get those feelings. And I talked to a lady. This is aside from this class of boys, a lady dying of cancer, and she said to me that she had to fill her surroundings, her ears, her eyes, the sounds she hears, with good, wonderful, warm, loving things.
Yeah.
And I think she was replacing the fear feelings and replacing the sad, I'm missing out, I'm going to be missing out on my life and the world feelings. She replaced them with good things that she loved.
Yeah.
Put herself on another track, and she thought, and extended her
Yeah.
life. It even made her live longer.
That's true. Positive thinking, and you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of put the hurt feeling aside for a while and deal with something else. But in the long term, you've got to go back to that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It won't go away by itself, by forgetting it, by suppressing it. And talk about dying.
So you're saying suppressing. I'm saying replace.
Replace short term, sure.
So
if you've got to go to work, if you got to deal with that person, you suppress it, but short term you suppress it. But suppressing bad feelings, you can't bury it. It's still alive. Now, in the death process, you go through that whole process, but eventually you've got to go back to it. I am dying. You can't run away from it. You intellectually know it, and the feelings are there. Now, there's a process of dying. There's the denial, but then there's the acceptance. There's the whole steps of dying.
Yeah.
The bargaining, the denial, the bargaining, the anger. But at the end, there's acceptance. They're saying, yes, I'm dying. And your feelings say, yes, I accept it. I'm going to God, and I'm comfortable about it.
Well,
It's not by running away from it and saying it's not going to happen, I don't want to think about it. Because then it comes out in anger, it comes out something, you're abusive to other people. The anger will come out. You project it someplace else, usually at some other people. So you've got to deal with the feeling. You always got to deal with the feeling, whatever it is, however bad, depression, anger, rage, you've got to deal with. Where's it coming from? Find
So
out
you
the cause
can't
of
just
it.
replace. You're saying you don't think it's a good idea to
Well, I think short term you have to
banish a
replace
feeling
it because
and replace.
you have to be what's appropriate to
Okay,
yourself and
all
other
right.
people.
Then you need to return to it another time.
And ultimately, it's forgive. Ultimately, what Christ said is true. You have to recognize, yes, you did hurt me, but I forgive you and I love you. Ultimately, that's the bottom line. It's the hardest thing you'll ever have to do in your life. Say to the person that could kill you, say, I love you and I forgive you. And then you can be free. Then you'll be healthy because rage and anger, I think of those people in the concentration camps in Nazi Germany, you're filled with hate. That kills you more than the torture you're receiving. Forgive those people. Put yourself at peace. Your health comes back, your vision of life. It's a terrible burden. It's to be a champion. Talk about winning a marathon, getting a gold medal. Forgiving and loving an enemy will be the greatest thing you will ever do, is loving somebody, particularly somebody who hates you or that you hated at one time.
Even to be more mundane and small about it, it doesn't have to be an enemy. It could just be somebody offended you.
Well, yeah, but that's a smaller hurt. We're talking about little daily hurt.
Yeah.
A daily hurt. That's you get over
the feeling
those.
from that is the feeling that I'm trying to say that you can replace.
Yeah. Well, and you do. You put it aside. Say, all right, you hurt me now, but we've got to get this project done. So you overcome. That's mature. You don't stop and have a tantrum. You hurt me. Let's stop the project.
Some people are depressed even. They just can't move. They're stuck in their feelings of sadness.
Yeah, because they believe that feelings control them. When you step aside, like you watch yourself and say, wait a minute, what am I doing now? Why, my goodness, I'm very upset and I'm disrupting the whole process here. This needs to be done now.
So I've got to just get rid of it.
So you at least temporarily put it aside. If you can't, you've got to get out of there because you're sabotaging the
Project.
Even though you've been hurt, you've been hurt because they really genuinely they did hurt you, maybe even on purpose. You still have to get out of there if you can't control yourself because the project is more important than you.
You are.
The project, what you're working on, is more important. The other people are more important than you are all the time. All the time. The other people are more important than you. And if you can't control yourself, get out of there.
Well, we've been heavy duty today, but I see that the light is blinking. And
The light is blinking. We're about to go off.
It's a signal of some sort.
Let's say goodbye and God bless you.
And no matter how you're feeling, just remember God loves you.
Feelings are good.
Feelings are good.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Let's go.
Are we over far enough? What's that?
Yeah.
Gee.
We're okay. Don't want to move too much because we might be out of the picture.
Now. Okay.
Hello again. This is Bob Morin.
And Mary Ann Morin.
And we're here again for the More Stuff Show.
Morin Stuff Show. I don't know why you didn't call it the Morin Stuff.
Morin stuff?
Yeah, Morin.
Well,
It's close.
that would kind of make it like our stuff.
Oh, okay. I understand totally.
You do?
Yeah. Don't want that.
I think we talk about things that
Universal.
more universal,
Yeah.
very basic, not just our own our own things.
Mundane, everyday thing.
But everybody shares things. Everybody on the planet shares things. All humans share different things, different stuff. A lot of stuff they don't talk about. It's important. They don't talk about it. We like to talk about hyped up stuff.
Hyped.
Whatever the latest, greatest,
Ooh,
popular
yeah.
fad is, that's what we talk about. Whether it has meaning or not. A lot of it doesn't have any meaning.
Are you going somewhere with this?
Don't know. Don't know.
Tell you what I read this morning. I think it's on that subject. Online, I read a poll.
You read a poll?
Yes. And it had to do with the Americans and how they feel about what they should be doing with their time. Who do they spend most of their time with? And your answers, you had to choose one of the following answers.
Wait a minute, let's back up. This is a poll about what Americans do, how Americans spend their time?
Yes.
How do Americans spend their time?
And they had 4 different answers they could choose from.
Oh, okay.
The first one was they spend the time with their family. The second one was they spend their time out with the guys having fun, out with the gals having fun, having fun going out. And the third one was they spend their time alone. And the fourth one was I spend my time with my fellow workers because I have really no life of my own. So I really spend most of my time with my fellow workers. No life. So here's what intrigued me was the answers. You know how they fill in the bars, so you know what the popular answers were.
You mean they have a graph, a bar graph,
Yeah.
that tells which was the most popular answer?
What do you think was the most popular answer?
I don't know. That's that's a tough question to ask. What's most important to you? I would think you spend most of your time with what's most important to you, and I would spend it with my family.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think most people would think that way of the world around them?
It's a tough question because the other things are important too. You have to spend time with your workers. Not only to do the product that you're working on, but also to know them. That's important.
And what about friends?
Personal friends, that's important too. But in priorities, I would put the family.
Well, good.
Why is that good?
Here's what the answers to the poll were. 43% of the people picked family. What do you say?
That's okay.
33% of the people picked alone.
That's important too, to be alone. Spend time alone is important.
Oh, I'm thinking so many people are crying that they have no friends and everybody else is out with their friends and everybody's partying because they see those ads on TV. The world is out there having fun. Then you ask them in a one-to-one thing on a poll online